It's your guy who is never lying, sometimes defiant, TP Way the Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, week 2 is here. We got something to talk about, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs.
Sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant.
Hey, Shooter, you at home right now? Get back in there. I will kick you.
Sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant.
It's your guy.
What you gotta say to the camera?
Yes, sir. TP Way the Giant.
You know all you want to. We built for this shit. We don't fold, motherfuckers. We don't fucking fold.
Son, I got to bet this.
Sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rocking with yours truly, TP Way the Giant. I am accompanied by some family business right here, y'all. This is another week. We pushing last week behind us, and we got to focus on the food that is in front of us, all right? But before I introduce them, let's just stay here at home. Jorge from Born for Sports, my NYG lieutenant over there. Talk to me, man. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Listen, I'm here, man. You know, we putting week 1 behind us right now. That's what we doing right now. We on to Commanders week. We trying to get this dub and get back to business, man. We trying to do what we usually do and beat the Commanders. But we gonna get into that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But listen, this is a much needed dub we need. No lie, it is what it is.
That's a fact, man. And that's the thing. Like, that's what makes it a lot easier to do this, because if this was like literally anybody else, or it could have been like the Panthers or something, this would have been hard to do. But I think this is going to be an easy night for us, man. We just going to do like some scrimmage in the night. You know what I mean? This is just, you know, it's going to be an easy night for us. We just sharpening up our tools tonight, man. So
I see y'all want to start it up here. So when y'all really are going to work y'all at.
I'm just jabbing. I'm just jabbing through the first round.
I'm letting them get their shit off too.
Listen. It's rivalry week, baby. It's rivalry week, man. Like at the end of the day, like it's like TP said, you know, this ain't the Panthers. This isn't like, you know, what do you call it, like the Texans and none of that. No disrespect to the Texans, they good, but you know, this is a rivalry that's been on for a long time, way before we were even on this earth. So yeah, and I'm an old school G fan. So.
That's a fact. And so without further ado, we have our Commander representatives. Yo, I don't like the all black shit that they got going on right now.
That team unity, that team unity.
Yo, like that. But we got TJ, who is one of our NFC. Oh shit! One of our NFC East soldiers, and then we have Duck accompanied with him. Man, fellas, talk to us, man. How y'all feeling?
Oh yeah, you know it, man. We here. Is Giant week. We done talked about it. We done bragged about it. We done popped our shit. And then we here, man. We here. It's finally come. Ain't no more talking. Ain't no more stats. Ain't no more analytics. It's time to play football, yo. It's time to play football.
Man, I wanted to be able to put up the video of our last conversation.
Oh yeah, that would have been hard.
The video, it won't let me do it for some reason. I may have to do it on our post game joint. But just to catch everybody up who wasn't tuned in. That was a fun
day too. That was a fun day.
Man, we had some off-season talks, man, and this was one of the matchups that we was looking forward to the most. And I'm gonna quote TJ. Simply said that, listen, he can't tell you where they're gonna end up this year, because he know that this is the trial year, as you would say, rookie quarterback getting his feet wet. But one thing that he can guarantee is that they are going to be better than us. All right. So I took that. That's complete disrespect.
That was a good quote, because I'm listening like it's all right, bet.
You gave him the name Mr. Fact Check,
word for word.
Yeah, Mr. Fact Check. Yeah, I call him Mr. Fact Check. But the thing is, I respect this fact checking, but I got the perfect Mr. Fact Check myself. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
See, he not with us when we record our NFC East Soldier thing, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
But one thing my man Jorge is gonna be on top of is the facts as well. So we got Mr. Fact Check, OG Fact Check. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we gonna make sure there's no
And
craziness.
one more, and let me just say this: no Eli disrespect will be tolerated on this.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
I
Absolutely
don't
not.
got doing none of that. All right.
Absolutely not. That's a fact. That's
Eli,
a
my
fact.
guy. I like Eli.
Real quick in the chat, we got Purple and Gold Ball says Commanders had by far the worst D out of all
He
teams
had
in my
that
opinion.
waited. He had that
They're-
comment waiting.
I've been waiting for this subject though. I've been waiting for this subject
Look,
though.
I'm
I've been
just
waiting for
saying,
it.
this is not even Giant. Like this is Vikings right here that's talking. He
I've
says
been waiting for this subject.
their corners are horrible and their O-line might be worse. Jayden is the only bright spot and seems on that team, and he has one.
He watched the highlights. We can tell he watched the highlights of the game. We tell he watched the
This
highlights.
is the perfect game
That's
for
just where
Dex
it
to
come
blow
down
up.
to.
This is the
That's
perfect
just it.
game for Dex to blow up and for Jones to get back in rhythm and confidence. I think you guys have enough over the commies. A good, hard
Don't call
fought
us that.
game.
That's not our name.
Patriots moving in the right direction. If you think so,
I tell him one thing though. One thing about it is Daniels could definitely perform because that's what he do against us. And the way our defense is looking, then it's definitely possible. But everything is new. It's a whole new regime. We just got to jail. But for one thing for sure, we gonna bust our ass.
Okay, all right. So look, I'm glad we're starting there. I'm glad we're starting there. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Listen, because y'all want to talk. Listen, everybody want to talk about our DBs and stuff, but nobody wants to acknowledge the fact that we were a half a second on at least eight plays on a sack on Baker Mayfield. Daniel Jones is not moving like that in the pocket.
All right, so look. Let's do it. Let's do it in sections. Are we talking about our offense, or are we gonna talk about the defense first? Which one y'all want?
We could do defense.
All right, defense.
Our defense or y'all defense?
So y'all defense. We'll talk about y'all defense.
Okay.
So let's have a conversation. Do y'all really think that there is no worries when it comes to y'all secondary? Like, keep it real. Talk to us. Like,
No,
that's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying.
All right, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Talk to us.
Listen, another quote. Check it. Fact check this. Go back in the videos and understand what I was saying. Our DBs are not the best DBs by far. But if, like I said, our interior D line is great. If we can get that pass rush to mirror our DBs to where they can cover a half a second shorter, then we're going to play good ball because our linebackers are holding it down. Our D-line is holding. I'm telling you, our D-line got off the ball so good I'm talking about obliterating them to the point where that's why he was really beating us because he was just getting off the line too fast. So we step up in the pocket, scramble, or make a play. And I don't see Daniel Jones doing that. I'm talking about he's breaking tackles, ducking under, agility just on something. He was really looking like prime Baker Mayfield out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. And which in result made our DBs cover longer, which is worse. That's where we don't want to be at. We need to be a little bit more. We need to be a little bit more sound in our pass rush lanes because we winning off the line. We're running our reps at the D line. I'm talking about they surprised me. I'm not gonna lie, from the pass rush standpoint, Dorrance Armstrong and Cleveland Airfarrell and the guys in the inside, you know them two. They really was winning their pass rushes. They just couldn't get them. They getting hands on them. He breaking tackles, and I just don't see Daniel Jones doing that. Y'all offensive line not as good as theirs, so it's like our defense gonna have to cover. We're not gonna act like Mike Evans isn't Mike Evans because if you look at both of his touchdowns, St. Juice was on that. You couldn't ask for better defense in neither play. Neither play you could ask for better
One
defense.
thing
Washington
gonna do though is shoot themselves in the foot. We was beating ourselves with penalties. You know what I'm saying? So it's times we were supposed to get off the field. You're right. We were supposed to get out of the field plenty of times, but doing what we usually do, we stayed on the field and they just capitalized on opportunities. That's what it was.
I think
I'm glad he said that.
Based on what I saw, because I saw a couple of highlights of the game. I didn't catch it obviously because I was at the Giant game, but for what I saw, you guys struggled on third down. That was the biggest issue for your defense. That offensive line of Tampa Bay is not really as strong as it used to be. I mean, Wirfs is a dude. Don't get me wrong, he's good, but like as a whole, the Tampa Bay offensive line is not as like in the past when Brady was in there. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and I'm gonna be honest, from what I saw, Bobby Wagner didn't look good, and I warned you, bro. TJ, I warned
I
you
seen the same thing
last
yo.
time.
I seen
when
the
we
same
talked.
thing.
We led the team
Bobby
in
Wagner
tackles.
was.
What game was y'all watching?
I mean, listen.
Yo, I will say
Bobby
this.
Wagner's gonna have a lot of tackles. He's a tackling machine. That's not a disrespect to him. What I'm saying about Bobby Wagner, he's a Hall of Famer. He will be that. But my point is this: he's older now. Okay, they were going to matchups on him out there. From what I was looking at,
The linebackers.
there was a play that he was chasing. I
feel
think
like the linebackers had a great game.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Well, I was talking about Wagner in particular.
Was Bobby making plays, or was he just getting a bunch of tackles? Because those are two different things.
One thing about Bobby is what y'all not understanding is we haven't had good linebacker play in a long time. So he was facilitating. He made sure nothing got behind him. You know what I mean? So they was passing. As far as the run game, we're not talking about because Bobby was there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was getting things like nothing he was getting behind him. He was clean up, and we needed that. You know what I mean? He gonna make sure everybody moving in the right position, know what the coverage is, everything.
Okay.
I understand that, but
a lot of this.
He had 3 TFLs and 10 tackles, bro. That's damn near sacks. You feel me?
Okay.
It's like, of course he's not the Bobby Wagner of coverage wise. But
also, I mean, the thing is with the stats, right? And the whole stats thing, like what portion of the game did these take place? Because if he did that in the back half of the game, then does it really matter?
That was my next point I was going to try to make.
One thing about his presence is he was doing it during the whole game. That's what they was giving him credit for because he didn't stop playing even when they was losing. Yeah, he kept him out there.
Yeah, for what I read, they said that a lot of times in the second half when Baker was going to work, that they were targeting Wagner. You know what I'm saying? And in coverage. Now, I'm not saying we all know Bobby Wagner's a Hall of Fame. We know he's nice and all that, but he's older now. Those things now that they're targeting him is going to be something y'all got to deal with every week now. And don't think for a second
opinion, though,
don't know that.
They targeted fourth every third down. And if you go look at when he was
of course, that
he said he was gonna go to him. He said he was gonna go to him.
Real quick, let me get to this chat. Let me get to this chat real quick.
Like that?
Let me get to this chat. Let me get to this chat real quick. Let me get to this chat. Unpopular Opinion Sports says, "What's good, fellas? Look,
what's going on?
I've been tuned in a lot to you, NYG, man. I've been tuned in a lot to you because y'all did an incredible film breakdown too that I think was a dope watch, man, over there at I think it's Big Blue Sports Network. Y'all doing some dope things over there. Shout out to y'all, man. He said, I called that Washington versus Bucks game. The Washington corners looked awful. Yeah. Wagner played okay. The secondary is the problem for Washington. And then we have Ant, who is the Cowboy. The Cowboy representative says battle of worst in division.
All right, he isn't wrong right now. He isn't wrong.
I can't even argue that. But.
All right, but listen, my proving point in this, man, is what I took from week 1 is we're better than we were week 1 last year. I feel like y'all are worse than y'all were week 1 last year. So it's like we can nitpick on this, we can nitpick on that.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Listen, y'all played the Vikings. We played the Buccaneers. This is the team that dropped the Eagles off in the playoffs last year. We didn't play those scrubs. We played Baker.
Let me ask the Giants fans this.
We played Todd Bowles.
Do you think y'all defense is better than our defense?
Yes. For sure, hands down.
On paper,
without a question.
Right now, I'm gonna be honest.
Y'all know it was only a 9-point difference now.
Okay.
Now
and everything is new around our defense.
Let me get this, Jorge. Let me get this.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so listen, I do realize I have to have some type of a humble approach when talking about our defense because ultimately they didn't show us what we needed to see last game. I'm gonna just be real. No. And I think we're both in that position. But there were spots. Right.
Bro, you gave
right,
up
but look,
37
let me get there.
points.
I'm gonna get
Come
there.
on,
Hold
don't
on.
do
Let
that,
me land.
DJ.
Look, let me land.
You're
Let me land. Hold on.
there.
Let me land, and then I'm gonna let y'all get. So look, I'm gonna say this. There were definitely spots throughout that game that showed who we really can be and who we are going to be. And I think that is the part of the conversation that needs to be had. You have your week one, and you're going to have your week one rust. Even when you just think about quarterback play, for example. If you look around the league, there was a lot of bad quarterback play from guys that are supposed to be at the top of the league. So even when it comes to like our defense, it was struggling. But there were a lot of things that we could take from that game to say, with time, it's going to be just like how we needed to be. So I say that to say, I definitely think our defense is going to be a lot tighter and play a lot better than what y'all defense is going to bring.
I totally agree with that, TP, because we've talked about this on the NYG Lieutenant Show many times. This defense that we have is going to get better as the season goes on. Right now, we're not there. We knew kind of what we were getting into when we were coming into week one. We got a lot of young players in our secondary. Now, it doesn't mean that they suck. It doesn't mean that they're not good enough. They're just young. They're young pups. We got 2 rookies in our secondary that are playing major roles for us who already starting to make plays as it is. You got Andrew Phillips. He's a dog. He forced a fumble last week. You know what I'm saying? And he held his own in coverage. Then you got Nubin, who I'm high on him. You know what I'm saying? So we got young guys out there. Deonte Banks is a good corner. We don't know yet for sure if he's a number one. That I will say.
Barbecue chicken.
But barbecue chicken, we not talking about that before. We talking about Deonte Banks, bro. Come on, if Deonte is barbecue chicken, what is Forbes?
What is Deonte Banks? Deonte Banks is the better corner than anybody on that field. Both sides.
Barbecue chicken. This is going to be the game where Terry is going to have the opportunity to get the targets that he deserves. He's going to get the targets that he deserves, and it's going to expose him. It's not nothing against him. It's just one of those Terry breakout moments. First home game of the season. He didn't get the targets he wanted or deserved last game. So they're going to open it up, and they're going to target him. They're going to target him. Y'all all know Deontay should be on him. It's barbecue ticket for that boy this week.
I agree with you. And we're going to target somebody as well. So
if you saying Banks is barbecue chicken, what is Forbes in that secondary when neighbors get out there? What
He's not going to be on neighbors.
Forbes is bench.
Who's going to be on neighbors then?
Michael Davis.
Y'all missed the highlight of him almost taking one to the crib. If he dropped it, he was taking one to the crib.
Yeah, he dropped it. I seen that. Is he traveling? So he's traveling?
Yes.
I would hope. I would hope.
I don't think you need to travel on neighbors though. We haven't shown anything where you need to.
I know last week he's gonna be the primary on him. I know that.
Okay,
so let me just get to this chat real quick. Jorge, I'm gonna let you go. Jorge. Let me just get to this chat real quick. Unpopular Opinion Sports says, I appreciate y'all brothers' content. Hope to have y'all on my Giants Convo show sometimes. All you got to do is say the word. We there.
Just let us know, Unpop. I'm definitely willing, bro.
Say the word. We love that. Yes, sir. And the League of My Own says, all I'm saying is Jayden Daniels will be starting on my fantasy.
He knows something.
He knows something.
He's never won a fantasy in his life. He's never won fantasy in his life.
Go start Jayden Daniels if you want to. Go start Jayden Daniels if you want to. I don't know Jayden Daniels.
Yes, he did.
That's the first shot that they gave him, though. That was the first shot that they gave him over 20 yards. That throw that he overthrew.
Yeah, Jamil Dean was barbecue chicken. That's what I mean. He's not going to keep.
That was his first throw over 20 yards. They try to open it up.
That was
our offensive coordinator just got to do a better job of opening it up.
So I just want to get back to.
Go ahead, Jorge. It's on you.
I just want to get back to that point when y'all were talking about with neighbors. Well, I'm just going to tell you this. Brian Dable has been taking a little heat this week, and I believe they're going to be moving neighbors around. If you guys remember I don't know if you guys watch college football or whatever, but if you did last year, when Jayden Daniels and Neighbors was on the team, they use Neighbors a lot in the slot in LSU. So you can bet that. Yeah. So I think honestly, there will be some matchups that your boy Forbes is going to be on Neighbors, whether y'all like it or not. They're going to move him around this week.
But that's the thing. Forbes doesn't play the slot. We got Sanderson that plays.
Well, yeah. I know that, but I'm just saying in general, they're going to move him around in different places, and they will find him. You know,
let me call TJ. Let me call TJ. Let me call TJ on his bullshit. All right, let me. While we talking about their defense, now we had plenty of conversations about Emmanuel Forbes. Did you or did you not tell me that he wasn't even supposed to be seeing the field?
Thank you. That's why I'm so glad. After this week, did you not see? They sat him on the sideline. So after this week, as soon as they sat him on the sideline, Ignobu, I don't know how to pronounce his name, dude from Dolphins, came in and got a pass deflection instantly.
He's better to do it now.
I'm glad they got him. I did not want him. You know for a fact, I did not want him on that starting field. I wanted him to be the third corner on the team, fourth corner on the team.
Great college player. He's not an NFL player.
That's all he did was get himself out of the way.
Is he going to dress for the game?
No, I'm sure he's going to dress. Yeah, he's definitely going to dress, but I'm not seeing him.
So he'll probably be getting some snap, probably not started, but he'll be in some nickel dimes though.
Yeah,
he might. He definitely go. They probably give him one more shot to be honest.
Now and then.
I got a comment that says Sandstrill played worse than Forbes.
Bro, dude got beat on one blown coverage. Bro got
he busted a few coverages. But
we're talking about why are we not talking about the Buccaneers, bro? We didn't play the Vikings. If we played the Vikings, we would have beat the Vikings.
Bro, Justin Jefferson would have had a day, man. Stop that. And Addison would have had a day. I'm like, why are we even?
The other guys they did. They were y'all. Why are we not talking about y'all DBs? Yeah, I seen.
When you ready to talk about it?
Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about like Justin Jefferson. He actually did not kill the Giants in that game. They did a pretty good job containing him. They only held him to 64 yards. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really that.
But it still translated to 37 points. It's not. It doesn't matter who gets the money, as long as somebody's getting it.
Wait, who 37 points? No, you guys gave up 37. We gave up
28. 28. Yeah, sorry, 28.
Yeah. Y'all gave up the almost 40 burger. Not us. As bad as we played, we didn't do that.
30 points.
That's just the 9-point difference. That's it.
Bro, y'all listen, y'all talking about this. Y'all put up y'all haven't scored yet. Our quarterback alone. I can't even hate on that. You're right on that.
I knew
that was coming out.
Touch the end zone. So it's like
how long Daniel Jones been in the league?
All right, so let's talk. We'll get to that when we get to that, right?
6 years in the league, but why does he always own y'all? This is what I don't understand.
No. Hold on.
Y'all want to take our time.
No. Hold on. I want to take our time.
Your team is probably the only reason why he's still getting any starts right
now.
He
is. I'm not gonna lie. He is.
Hold on, y'all. Look, listen. I don't want y'all to speed past because we're gonna miss key stuff, and then we're gonna be all over the place. So we're gonna get to the Daniel Jones. Trust me. We're going to get to the Daniel Jones talk. I knew it was good. I was just waiting for somebody to take the first shot. I knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, exactly. But this conversation is not going to go the way you think it's going to go. Let me just get to this chat real quick.
Yes, sir.
Van Negro Jones says, hot take. Daniels will have 3+ plays of 20+ yards. At least 2 passing, at least 1 rushing.
I'm honestly
Local Vikes says,
how many points do you think they're going to score?
Beat the who? And then he says, these Commander brothers have a lot of nerve. Exactly. Come on, man. It's the elephant in the room. All right, so look, let's do this.
I never heard so much optimism after giving up 37 points in my life, but go ahead, guys. Go off.
Listen,
I never counted that.
28?
Let's talk about our DBs and our defense first. And then after that, I promise y'all, we'll get straight into the Daniel Jones talk.
All right.
So, just to inform y'all on what's going on with our DB situation, I want y'all to take into consideration these 2 major things. Jorge already mentioned it, which is a great point. Deonte Banks was lined up against the best wide receiver in the game. I think we can all agree that Justin Jefferson is that.
Absolutely.
He didn't have that loud of a game, like talking about. He did what he needed to do to win the game to be effective, but it wasn't like he went stupid like on what he would have did if he was playing y'all. That's for one. For two, I want y'all to also understand that Adoree Jackson did not get the playing time that he is going to get in this game. Nick McLeod was in the game a lot, and that's because we just assigned Adoree Jackson back to the squad. So
now McLeod is hurt too.
Now McLeod is hurt. So expect for that lineup situation to be a lot different at cornerback. Now, our D-line will eat. Not if, not maybe. Our D-line will eat. And when our D-line eats, best believe this secondary is going to come behind
that, man.
Exactly. I was just about to say that, TJ. Look, TJ. TJ, I was just about to say that it's a whole different quarterback. Y'all going to be gassed. Y'all going to be gassed. It's not the same Sam Howell.
Did you not see Diame Diaby?
Listen, he's going to
catch that man.
You know why we're going to catch him? Because he's going to try his best to get some completions on the board. Yes, that was the highlight I give y'all. As far as your offense is concerned, that's the best thing y'all did was him getting out the pocket and him running. That pretty much
it was negated by flags. You didn't see
our run game was actually decent.
You didn't see the overthrow by Terry McLaurin. Like, bro,
we're not worried about the run game at all. We're not worried about the
run game. Was decent. The run game was definitely decent.
Oh yeah,
I mean, long as you move the chains and stay ahead of the chains. When they try to stay conservative and do the little pitch and they set my rookie 25 yards back before he can even get a rhythm, then that's when we playing behind the chains. But when you keep it simple, and they even spread it out. He threw, 5 all check downs for real. When they get to open it up, it's going to be a little bit better. And they definitely keep pointing on him not running that much.
The thing is, we're ending our drives. We're ending our drives in field goal range regardless. It's like, y'all haven't scored. Y'all telling us what we're going to do. We missed 2 field goals, and we kicked a kickoff out of bounds to give them third. That's the third field position for the defense to go against. That's what I'm telling you.
We still put up 20-something points.
We lost the field position battle, which what killed us.
Yo, quiet as kept. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. What y'all don't understand is that the Vikings defense looked a lot better than what the Bucks defense was looking like, and that's what y'all don't get.
That's what you can say. You can say that, but what do you mean by that? The Bucks look nice. They look like, you feel me? There was mirroring our wideouts, but y'all forgetting. Y'all saying y'all getting whoop back. We getting Noah Brown this week. We got packages for him. We got targets for him. We getting Noah Brown this week.
We had the worst line in the league damn near last year, and they only
left out with 2 sacks or 1 or 2 sacks. Like, bro,
but y'all not playing them. Y'all not playing them.
Don't really have
nobody. It don't matter. Speed kills. This is football. We talking about speed kills. The same way y'all. Hold on, time out. Because what y'all want to dictate is y'all want to say, "Oh, Daniel Jones do this every year to y'all." We know what Daniel Jones do to us. He do the same thing. We pass rush that nigga and he take off. Now y'all got to deal with the same shit. Now you got to deal with somebody that's faster. Now you got to deal with somebody that's going to throw a better ball. Now you got to deal with somebody that's
not getting past Bobby.
Doing the same shit that y'all beat us with.
He's not getting past Bobby. That's the difference.
You feel me?
Frankie Louvu and Bobby.
Them old ass legs. Luvu, okay, you may have a point.
Bobby, bro.
You may have a point with Luvu.
Davis, you think Davis coming off that edge? Davis is coming off the edge crazy.
Luvu's a good player. I'll give you that. But Bobby is old, man. I'm telling you, if he
had a better game.
How can people say that and he has the most tackles in the league last year? So if he's old, what is everybody else?
What was Seattle's defense ranked last year, bro?
I don't care the rank. He had the most tackles in the whole National Football League. That's every position on the field. That's linebackers, corners, safety,
second team All-Pro. I don't get it.
Let me tell you why these stats.
Week 1, then he comes out week 1 and leads the team in tackles and TFLs. What y'all are putting the label on for no reason.
This is why I'm telling you these stats won't work.
Did y'all not? He's the new age London Fletcher, baby. That's what he is. He's coming to Washington. Really? He's the new age London Fletcher, baby. Okay. That's exactly
and nobody care about Tom until what? He never slowed down. He was old as shit.
He definitely slowed down.
He slowed down. But
what the last year? The last year of his career, he slowed down.
Listen,
That's all that matters.
His slowdown is most tackles in the NFL, though. What are we talking about here? That's
I get what you're saying. I do. I get what you're saying. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is this. Yes, stopping that run, he's good at that. But teams, they go after him or the pass game. I'm trying to tell y'all that. But
yeah, we all know
y'all don't want to see that. But, you know, what TP is saying, like he's not the same, is because back in the day in his prime, you couldn't even do that with him. You couldn't
but that wasn't the problem this week, though. Going at Bobby wasn't the problem this week, though. It's like y'all want to say that's the problem or going to be the problem, but let that happen first. That's all I'm saying. Let it happen first.
Okay.
They're not targeting. Baker won't target him last week. He was staying away from him. He was the one.
I seen a couple of. What was that pass? I saw a screen pass. I think the guy ran like 60 yards or something like that.
He missed the tackle, but that should have been a tackle for loss. That's what we was talking about, a finishing. We just got
in the backfield. We are getting back there. I was worried about our pass rush. If you look at the,
but that was a young boy too. That was
our pass rush.
That was Rashad White though.
It impressed me to a level like I'm like, yo, we can pull something off, bro. Like we just got to finish. We getting back there. But
that Tampa Bay offensive line not that great either. They're just not as good as they used to be. But I will say this: I will say this: Washington's interior defensive line is very good. I'm not going to take that from y'all. I know that. But the Giants have the best defensive line on paper. Now, I know last week it didn't show. I get that. I'm not here to say, I'm not doing that. And they have some accountability they need to go take care of. And I think we're going to see a big game for them because
if that wasn't the most New York shit I ever heard.
The offensive line is actually
y'all got the best line on paper. You want that stat? You can have that.
I hope you talking about the
New York shit though.
That's some New York shit
though.
Listen, you guys don't have anyone better than Dexter Lawrence. Let's get into it. Let's get out get crazy. I just give you
on paper.
We don't. Dexter Lawrence is better than
Dex on paper.
That's on paper. Now. Let's talk off of paper now.
Look at.
It's like it's debatable. It's always debatable.
What's better? 10 sacks as an edge rusher? But you let me know. Eric, listen, let me know. What's better, 10 sacks as an edge rusher or 10 sacks as a D tackle? Because our second best D tackle do that.
We got both.
I'm saying our second best D tackle do that. That's Deron Payne. That's not Jonathan Allen. That's Deron Payne, 10 sacks.
Okay.
Not last year, but the year before that.
But you
don't want to count sacks with us, bro. We got double-digit sacks all over the team.
We just had a couple of teams over the years where we had Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams in the middle in the interior, and they both were sharing 8 to 10 sacks a game too, and it didn't do nothing for us.
So, as a whole, I think your defensive line is better, but if we want to go individual, I'm always going to say it's debatable. We have dogs.
And Jayden Daniels are good.
Yes. You have dogs. You have
Dex
dogs,
is on another level, fellas. I'm telling you.
That's my whole thing. That's my
I give you Dex. That's not
that man cannot.
Let me keep my word because I did say after the performance of last week, I did say that I was not going to come up here and hype up this D line again. They do have to now take it off of paper, and I understand that.
No doubt about it.
Now, I definitely believe
this week.
That's a fact. I definitely
believe that offensive line, especially the offensive tackles of the Washington, they're not that good. So they should eat. I'm sorry. They should.
I definitely believe our D-line is going to have a complete turnaround as far as last week and this week. A lot of that is due to because everybody's talking about Daniel Jones' play, right? But for people who want to talk ball and talk about that game in totality, that D-line was a disappointment, and they got something to prove themselves.
Who's on Minnesota D-line?
They got that young boy. They got that young boy Dallas Turner.
Yeah, got that dude.
Because y'all gave 5 sacks to him and 6 TFLs to them.
Well, let me just say this, and the stats back it up, and the eye test back it up because I was there. A lot of that was Daniel Jones not trusting what he's seeing. He running into sacks. He was trying to do too much. I think even the stats showed after that, they said that he was responsible at least for those sacks. Just him running. Because that's his issue. Presence, you know what I mean?
Our quarterback got sacked twice.
But forget the sacks. I just
want
to make him uncomfortable. I want to make him uncomfortable.
Listen, they made him uncomfortable. Him uncomfortable is 184 yards. and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's him uncomfortable. Don't let that nigga get comfortable.
Did he play all 4 years? Did he play all four quarters?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so those stats don't mean anything to me because he got those in garbage time as well.
I'm more worried about him running. To be honest,
he got like 55 in the first half.
We all seen it.
I think if the Giants come up with the right plan and treat him like, you see, they need to treat him like Michael Vick. And I think sooner or later, teams are going to start doing that to Jayden Daniels. And that's when you're going to see his pass prowess is going to have to come out sooner or later for you guys, because they're not going to. Teams are not just going to be letting him run around like that with Tampa Bay did.
So why wouldn't
rush lanes, contain?
But the thing is, though,
I don't understand. Do you look at Jayden Daniels and say that he's not going to be a successful quarterback? Because when you made that statement, you could have.
No, I never said that.
Oh no, I'm saying, but when you made that statement, you could have said teams are going to start to play him Michael Vick, and he's going to have to show his true ability to throw the ball. But rather, you went the way of saying he's going to have to show his throwing problems. Because all I see is bright spots. I didn't see him throw unnecessary ball. When he threw a bad ball, he threw it to where nobody could get it. He threw it out of bounds and over the shoulder.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good sign.
He didn't throw forced passes. He took off.
Let me say this though. Because I wanna be real. Like, I definitely think Jayden Daniels is going to be a problem. Let me just make that clear. He looked good rushing the ball, and I can't take that away from him. Like, I told TJ this. The speed looks like something I've never seen before. Like, I'm talking about speed kills. Speed kills. And I'm talking about in a sense of I think it's going to be him and Lamar when it comes to the best Russian quarterback is concerned. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to eventually make his way up there to where he's just going to be a problem because he looked fast, right? But my thing is, again, this is week 2 for him. The question for me is he going to put together his passing game alongside that rushing game? And that's gonna be the big question going into this for me. Now, in due time, without question, I think he's gonna end up being a problem. I'm not even debating
no doubt.
I'm talking about as far as week 2 is concerned. That is the question that I have for him.
Let me say this though.
Go ahead, Doug.
With the short passing that he did have, he threw for 188. That's just with not having a good rhythm. He didn't get it to Terry. That's 188. If he can open it up and have a good run game, like if we get y'all trailing, I think that's what's going to be y'all downfall. Because if we get y'all trailing on the scoreboard and then y'all got him chasing him, and then the ability that he has, y'all going to get gassed. Because he's going to be doing that from the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Then when it is a division game. So you know how the division game is. So I feel like if he can open it up, he's definitely going to be there with the passing. We had Sam Howell goddamn leading the league for 4-5 weeks last year.
So who is he throwing it to besides Terry McLaurin, though?
Luke McCaffrey looked good.
Zacchaeus came there for a reason.
Zacchaeus didn't look good. He dropped like 2 passes. But
that's who I was gonna bring up. He
didn't look good. I'm not gonna lie, he did not look good.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
He had a block in the back on like a 30-yard gain. Like, it's certain stuff that's not gonna happen week 2. I feel like that happened week 1. Like I said, we getting Noah Brown. I like him alongside of Terry because regardless, even if he doesn't get open, he's a possession threat. You can just throw it to him. That's what he's not a speedster. He's not a route technician. He's a good possession threat, and I like that. Having that on the side.
I like that matchup done.
I do want to read this. Chat real quick because NYG brings up a good point. First, Q Cox, he says, "What up, Giant fans? Peeking in because I live in DC. What's up, man? Giant salute to you, man. What's going on, man? What's going on?" I do want to bring this up because this is actually a good point right here. NYG says Giants got to stop the run and Brian Robinson. The game plan should be easy for the Giants. Stop the run and force Jayden to beat you throwing.
Just said
Wink wins this game easily. Wink wins this game easily. With Bowen, I don't know. I think that is definitely a good concern.
I don't know about that.
I just want to say that. I want to say this real quick. I think that is a good point because Wink, he is not blitz. Not Wink. Bowen, he is not blitz heavy, and so I am curious to see what type of scheme he's going to cook up to be able to contain Jayden. Go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, he's on the clock.
Last week we played Brian Dable Ty Bowles last week, the most blitz person for the past few years. You feel me? So it's like y'all not going to do that this week for one. But seeing him outside of the pocket last week, what I was waiting on was to see him do that scramble and get the throw downfield. It was a lot of times he got out of the pocket and he just kept it moving. I want to see that. Don't get it twisted. I want to see the easy run. But I feel like this week we're going to work on scramble drills. We're going to work on when he's outside the pocket what to do. Because it was a lot of times I feel like he could have made a throw when he was outside the pocket after the pass rush. So I feel like once that starts to open up, then it's like y'all are in for a world of trouble. Just dealing with him outside the pocket.
Let's figure that out week 3, not week 2.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is he gonna figure it out week 2 is the question.
Read Coach Dave's question.
Now, Coach Dave, this is a good point, and I'm with you on this. Coach Dave says Tibbs and Burns are desperate to make plays. He's going to use their aggression against them and gash the defense. Now, I don't think this is. I don't think this is going to happen this way, but I do think that there is a point to be made. I don't think that this is something that is like crazy. Tibbs and Burns are definitely going to be desperate to make a plays. Like we can't argue that. They were balled up like in front of everybody. Like they are in question right now. And like we said, we can't keep saying the on paper thing because that's going to get us nowhere. Now it is time for them to show us, like, listen, who are we? Like, are we really who we say we are? And so there is some truth to it, but I just don't think it's going to happen like this. Curly says nobody's really worried about that Washington defense, to be honest. Go ahead, Jorge.
No, I was saying to piggyback what you said. Yeah, I think this. Listen, the D-line and this defense is on the clock this week, and especially Bowen. He's on the clock because, like we said, we've been talking about this defense and the way the D-line is, but the way the defense is constructed on this team, it's made for the D-line and pass rush to lead.
Yeah.
To lead. We got young DBs out there. They're still learning the game. And I said this many times, the only position that is the toughest for a rookie to come into this league and be productive right away is cornerback, besides quarterback. Okay? So they have to lead us. They didn't do that last week. They didn't.
So why y'all don't want to get Manuel Forbes no damn slack there, man? Y'all been beating my boy.
Well, we know.
I would say this.
He's his ass. Let's be honest. The reason, bad pick, bro. He should have never been picked that high. You should have took Gonzalez. I mean, like it was just a mistake because we all know he's not. He wasn't.
I can go for that. We should have took Gonzalez, but I'm not gonna say he's a bad pick because he was a great college player. That could have like him and St. Jude with that length and him running a 4.3 supposed to develop well, but he was under Jack Del Rio bum ass old ass system that he feel like you should work into it and not work towards his players. And then when you get discouraged with a bad organization, coaches that did believe in you, now something new coming in, it's just like it's hard. You already running backwards.
My counter to that is Forbes really, you know why he got drafted that high? Because everyone fell in love with the fact he was a ball hawk.
Yeah,
the other skills were like they weren't better than Gonzalez or any of the other DBs. I think it was like until like maybe the week of the draft that people were saying, "Oh, it's possible he might sneak in the first round." And then
that's what that 40-yard dash do in the NFL nowadays.
You know?
Hey, real quick, I think this is a good point right here. I want to catch up with this chat because there's a couple comments that I think is
Simmons.
important.
That's another thing.
Myron Scott says, keep in mind we didn't play Simmons either. This, as Giants fans know,
I don't.
This has to be Isaiah Simmons has to be on the field, and his talents have to be on display this year for sure.
Yeah.
Because they even said and gassed us up to believe that he was going to be that guy that was going to be that record.
He's supposed to be the Joker.
The Joker
defense role. He didn't even get a snap last week.
And this is the perfect game. This is the perfect game for him to display that. So I can't answer to why necessarily he didn't see the field last game.
Do y'all know?
But I know for sure that
what quarterback did y'all go against? Did y'all go against a mobile quarterback last week to only get 1 sack? Did y'all go against somebody that jumps out the pockets and hauls that? Y'all want to get Sam Darnold. Y'all didn't go against a nigga that's elusive.
Listen, y'all got one. You can say what you want. You can say what you want, but Sam Darnold, with the ball in the air, he looked better than both of our quarterbacks.
He looked good, but I'm saying from sack standpoint, from D-line standpoint, that's what I'm talking about.
But you know something, TJ, they had a good plan. You know, they had a good plan with Darnold. I was there.
Sure we're gonna take from
it was a lot of two-step, quick read. It wasn't like him just dropping back and looking deep. They tried
but that's the film we're gonna look at this week. That's the film we're looking at though.
Yeah,
but we had a new quarterback step in from the Vikings, come put up 28 on yard defense, and the whole playoff team put up 37 on that.
Well, they
not a first round playoff team, not a wild card, not a first round.
Let me just correct you guys. They actually put up 21 on us. The 7 of those 28 was a pick 6.
That's even worse.
I'm just being honest.
Do you know over the past year he's thrown more touchdowns to the opposing team?
I'm very.
It was no turnovers. It was no turnovers in the Buccaneers and the Washington game.
So look, I'm gonna finish reading this comment, and then we're gonna talk Daniel Jones. Cause I understand. I'm gonna be alone with this because I understand that Jorge may not feel the way I feel. But anyway, we'll get to that. Coach Dave says you have to stay disciplined when playing against a QB like JD5. You can't prep for the level of speed he has back there, and he's a much better passer than Lamar was at this point in his career. All right. This is when I call bullshit, right? And this is when I call bullshit because you hyping it right now. He's hyping it. First off, JD5, as he called him. When the fuck he get that nickname? I don't know. But Jayden Daniels. Don't get mad at the fans. Listen, I'm paying attention to the details. That already told me he's hyping him. The fact that he called me JD5. Listen. I've been on the live with y'all for this time. I haven't heard of him that yet.
Where's the hype? We don't know what we want to call him right now. It's everywhere.
That was so
where's the hype? Just the name?
Where's the hype?
He ain't saying nothing wrong.
This is what a hype is. He's making it seem like he's going to be going out there and he's going to be airing it out and he's going to be this ultimate passer that is going to be killing us with his arm. We have not seen that from him, so don't give it to him yet.
That's not what he's saying, though. He said you got to stay disciplined. I'm pretty sure he's talking about his pass rush lanes.
And he's a much better passer than Lamar was at this point in his career.
And another thing is, he was a way much better passer in college than Lamar, but he just hasn't had time. It's his first career game. But he hasn't shown that he hasn't shown that he's not protective with the ball. He definitely can pass better than Lamar, but he just got to show it over time. Lamar coming into a good organization though. That's one thing.
He got to show us. He got to show us.
You got to do
that's a fact. That's a fact though. But we're not going to deny that his arm talent is just better. They wanted Lamar to go to be a receiver. They just wanted his legs. Jayden came in and was like, oh no, he can kill people in the pocket and he got legs.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm with all of that. He's just going to have to show it because in game one, he didn't put it together yet. And I'm not even saying that it's not going to happen.
How many rushing yards did y'all running? Hold on. How many rushing yards did y'all running back have?
I don't know. It wasn't anything worth talking about.
That's the thing.
But we were passing the entire second half because we were down. So yeah.
We was down to our quarterback still rushed for 86 and 2 tugs.
That's JD. That's your JD5, man. Of course, that's what Mr. JD5 does.
So we wouldn't have missed
we got somebody else in the chat calling him that.
Game, bro.
The JD5 guy.
He outplayed your quarterback and your running back. He outplayed your whole offense by himself.
Okay, that's fair. We did not play well last week.
No, that's not fair. No. That is not fair. He tried to word it sneaky. No.
Let me just say this. I'm sorry, TP. Let me just say this. There was plays out there to be made. It's not like our receivers weren't getting open. It wasn't like the offensive line was playing bad or something. There was plays to be made. They weren't made. So
but that's my
hopefully
point.
this week we get those plays back and another chance.
When he's sitting there, he acting like, oh, he outplayed our whole offense. Like, nah, that's not. No, he didn't. He had more rushing yards than us. Okay, but what I'm telling you is that Malik Neighbors led.
That's not the only thing though.
No, Malik Neighbors led all rookies in receiving yards, and that was just a tune-up game.
Sir, that's not a good stat. That's not a good stat.
Yes, it is. And he had Gilmore. He had Gilmore lined up against him. What do you think he's going to do to y'all?
Bro, Jayden Daniels led all rookie quarterbacks in every division, in every stat: yards, completion percentage, rushing yards, touchdowns to interception ratio.
Right. He led them in every stat. Ever run for 88 yards in a game in his first game with two TDs.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it's different between Neighbors doing that and between y'all doing that. He's going against who? Bo Nix. He's going against Caleb
Williams.
Not excited. Not excited. Who else? Who else is a rookie quarterback that's out there doing it?
All right, let's like make this different. We're talking about a 6-year Jayden Daniels versus a 1 game. I mean, Daniel Jones 6 years, Jayden Daniels 1 game.
We talking about Neighbors. We could talk about. Matter of fact, let me just read this chat and then we get into it. We get into it because I ain't gonna keep holding it off. Keeping Newton making his debut this week.
Newton, yes sir.
Don't talk to him. Hey, we got one in the chat, D. He knows something.
Van Negro Jones, JD. Who is JD5? Y'all gotta stop creating.
Y'all know. Look, it's a thing now. That's what it is. It came up twice. Y'all know who he is.
Also, keep. Sarah says at least Commanders have hope.
Giants. That's what I'm saying, Sarah. We're a better team this week than we were last year. We have.
I'm not here for the Vikings slander.
That's exactly what I'm saying. We played a good team.
Daniel Jones.
How many interceptions Daniel Jones threw?
2.
He threw 2, but all right. So let's talk about Daniel Jones. Let's talk about Daniel Jones. Let's get to it. All right. So I know everybody is sitting here and they're like going off of what the media's put out there.
Nope, don't say that.
Can I land? Can I land?
Bro,
there are people. So we're gonna ignore the fact that there aren't people who out there who are not following the media.
Listen,
there's people who did not watch that game. There's people who did not watch that game.
Pushed all the way up until this week. He had a chance to change that narrative in any way. He let it live.
That's why you gotta let me land, because I was gonna address that. Mm-hmm. Listen, and then on top of that, it adds on to the point. So Daniel Jones didn't have a good game. There is no debating that. He didn't have a good game. So where does that lead us? That leads us to a point now where for us, I can't speak for y'all, but for us, this is a must-win game.
Absolutely.
Now, there's some positives to that. There's some negatives to it. The positives is this. I wouldn't, except for the Panthers, there is nobody who I wouldn't have a must-win game against than y'all. Now, I'm going to push aside the fact that Daniel Jones always beats y'all, right? I'm going to push that to the side.
All right.
What I'm going to tell you is Daniel Jones now has also brought Coach Dable's play calling into question. And I think that is going to be the big factor into this game because what people don't look, what people don't understand is, and Giants fans may know, but people who don't understand outside of that is Coach Dable coached a bad offensive game, right? And it did not help Daniel Jones at all. And that's no excuse for Daniel Jones, but I'm just saying he didn't help him either. Now people are wondering, like, yo, what is going on with Coach Dable taking over the playbook? Now they are looking at him like, yo, is he even that guy? So with that being said, you're now about to see Daniel Jones under pressure, but also our offensive coordinator and Coach Dable under pressure, and you're about to for sure get the best out of him. Whatever that is, we'll see. But you're for sure about to get the best out of him.
So you say this is a must win. Because when you say that, it's like if you do win, right, and Daniel Jones has 2 turnovers, still not a good game, but you just somehow make the win. What is the must win about? Like what he's still not the
Good
guy for us.
point. Good
Well,
point. Good
He's not the guy.
point.
I'll tell you
Good
what the must
point.
win is about. I'll tell you what the must win is about. The must win is about is that we're tired of seeing our season be a uphill climb before Halloween. We won a season, and we knew coming into this season that we needed to start off fast because of the schedule we have. It just is what it is. We have a tough schedule. Those first 7 games are very tough for the Giants. You know what I'm saying?
So you're admitting that it's gonna be a tough game.
We were counting these first 2 games as dubs, bro. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And you can't blame us because a lot of people picked the Giants to beat the Vikings last week, and I'm sure there'll be some that'll be picking that would have picked the Giants over the Commanders this week. After that, the schedule gets really tough out there. So yes, we are playing for that. Also, we have Daniel Jones' basically his career is on the line this week because I don't think if he doesn't play well, we lose. He's not making it to week 3. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was gonna put that on the channel tomorrow, but I'm being honest right now. TP's my guy. I know he loves.
Who's your backup though?
Let me go next. Let me go next.
He knows me. I'm not sold, but I was hoping for the best because I want to win. You know what I'm saying? I pay a mighty dollar to go see this team every time they come home. So I want to win. But Daniel Jones, his ass is on the line this week because it got crazy last week. Things are turning out here. You know what I'm saying? He's under a lot of pressure. And Brian Dable, like TP alluded to, Brian Dable's on a lot of pressure because of what happened last week. Because we all talked about how, when Dable was calling the plays in 2022, Daniel Jones looked better and we made the playoffs and won a playoff game. Well, week 1, we come out and the game plan isn't sharp and DJ didn't play well either. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, yeah, everything's on the line because it's year 3 with this regime. The noise is going to get louder and louder as the season goes on. If we lose this game, this has potential to spiral out of control for us. So yes, this is a must win for the Giants. The Commanders, you guys already have your quarterback. We still trying to figure this out right now.
That's what I'm saying. Do you know what you guys?
So if you drop this game, people are gonna be like, well, that's the Commanders. They ain't shit, but they got a quarterback. So this is a little different for us. We need this game, and I think we're gonna win this game too. I think we're gonna win.
Yeah, and like you said, I see why you said it's a must-win game for y'all. But to be honest with y'all, we just asked both of y'all. We just spoke to both of y'all about why y'all gonna win tomorrow or how y'all gonna win tomorrow, and both of y'all just gave us nothing but.
No, that's not the question I was asked. I was asked about Daniel Jones.
I can tell you whenever you're ready. I can tell you why we're gonna win. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, cool. For sure.
All right. Well, with the Daniel Jones shit, his back's against the wall, but ours isn't. When we saw our quarterback and our loss yesterday, like y'all said, y'all needed the season to go off 2-0. We didn't. Week 1 was accounted for. We knew we weren't going to week 1. We wanted to go out there and see what we had and how we lost was more so the play was rather than if we lost. I didn't mind losing to the Buccaneers week 1. I didn't mind losing to the Buccaneers week 1. But the things that I saw week 1, the bright spots that I saw week 1, the weaknesses that I saw week 1 shows that we are going to beat y'all. Our pass rush was better than I expected.
I don't know how you got that out of that.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I'm telling you, our pass rush is better than
everything
expected.
is new.
Our run game was solid. We're not turning the ball over. We're not giving up sacks. We lost to a better team that we knew was really what we were going to lose to. Y'all, I don't feel like the Giants are a better team than us. And with Daniel Jones,
your weakness is actually play to the Giants' strengths. You do know that, right? Your offensive line is not good. I'm gonna be honest, especially your offensive tackles.
But y'all
banking on y'all rookie wide receivers.
He's not getting sacked. He gave up 2 sacks, and one was just horrible that he couldn't do nothing about.
Every time y'all beat us, it was Thibodeau
he's getting out of there.
Or Saquon. Y'all had someone to give it to.
That's not a fact. That's not a fact. That's not a fact.
It's y'all defense.
This is why.
It's y'all defense.
No, it was a fact.
Who y'all gonna give it to?
Utilize them right. They just showed it was a fact. They just showed it.
Saquon.
Give it to Saquon.
Saquon was always got safe blanket.
Because it didn't work. Y'all think it was
Daniel Jones don't get no credit, huh? He don't get no credit in none of this.
He get credit for finding Saquon when he needed to on 3rd down. You definitely right.
All right, so this is what kills me about this is what I mean about the Daniel Jones hate. It's like, yo, when he
I like Daniel Jones.
He's been doing bad for too long.
I mean,
His
it's just
good
my
was too
first time
long
up
ago.
here.
No,
You know what I mean? I like Daniel Jones, but the thing is, his time is up.
What did I? I don't tell you I like Daniel Jones too. All right, but answer that. Didn't I say I like Daniel?
Yeah, you do.
I like.
But
That's
this is
They
what I'm
call
saying.
him Danny Dimes
that
for
he
a
can ball.
reason.
Washington fans
But your
know Daniel Jones can
organization
ball.
didn't give him help in time enough.
Listen,
It's like
I want to make it clear. This is not me trying to paint the picture that like I just think that Daniel Jones is going to just be magnificent and going to be just this wow of a guy, right? That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is Daniel Jones right now is at the point in his career, and he may be at the game of his career, where this is it. Like when I say we need this win, it's in multiple facets.
Facts.
We look at the schedule. We need this win because we have the Browns, and then after the Browns, is it Dallas? So it's not going to get better. So we need this win because of schedule. We need this win because we have yet to show that we can do anything as of right now. We need a momentum shifter. That's for 2. 3, we need this win because shit is bad for us right now. And I'm gonna be real with you. Everybody is under fire. Only person who is safe are the people we just drafted this year and Dexter Lawrence.
Y'all sound like us. Y'all sound like us last year.
It sounds like a wish
like us week 2 last year with Sam Howell, with Ron Rivera, with nobody but John, nobody safe but Terry and John Allen. Like y'all sound like us last year, bro. That's exactly how y'all sound. If Sam Howell doesn't do it, he's out of there. If he doesn't ball this week, he might not.
Truth of the matter is, it's just
Ron Rivera play calling
at the bottom of the division.
Like y'all literally sound like us last year. That's what I mean by I said we're trending upward.
No, I'm not disagreeing that y'all not trending upward. Us right now, we're not worse than we were last year. Let me say that too.
The roster is not worse.
Let me tell you why. Bro, first of all,
on paper, I guess it looks better, but for my 2 eyes in just one game,
I was talking more so as the eyes.
All right, so let me inform y'all. Let me inform y'all because I don't think y'all remember. Last year, do y'all remember what our first game looked like versus Dallas?
It was neck and neck.
Bro, no.
It was a blowout. That was a blowout.
They
put a good 40 to 50 on us or something like that. Like it was
you went from you talking about the Cowboys who had the top 5 defense to Vikings doing that to y'all this year.
They didn't do that to us. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a difference.
28-6 is doing that.
They kept y'all out the end zone.
Yeah. Well,
they kept us out the end zone. They kept us out the end zone. But listen.
However, we did the defense. First of all, in that Dallas game last year, everything just went crazy bad at one time. We turned it over like 4 or 5 times, blocked field goals, run back, freaking defense giving up big plays. It was like 30. It was like 30-0 before the halftime. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that was a little different. This was more about that was more the Dallas game was about us just being dominated and us not being up to par on their level with talent. This was we just did not play well for whatever reason it was. Coaching, quarterback play, defense not doing their job. I've already said it. This defense is going to be more better later on in the season than it is right now. However, I think that the matchups here in this game actually favor us a little bit because of the weaknesses you guys have and the strengths that we're supposed to have. We're supposed to be led by our D-line and our pass rush. This is a tailor-made game for them to get right this week.
You seen that chat, right? You seen that chat, right? Your first game was against Dan Quinn.
Y'all do not have a Michael Parsons. Y'all do not have a Michael Parsons. Y'all do not have a Dexter.
Watch what Davis do though. He ain't gonna be Micah, but we just need him to be a.
You know what? We got Dorrance Armstrong that was on that D line last year. Dorrance Armstrong was on that D line last year. We got him.
Forget the D line. Forget the D line, right? Because the D line is not even. It's not even a point.
Last year.
I'm talking your DBs right now. Your DBs is under question. Just like Daniel Jones is under question.
But you know what's going to make our defense play faster? JD5. When we get the ball and score first, They're gonna be able to pin their ears back. They're gonna be able to pin their ears. They're gonna be able to pin their ears back and play football. So
Bro,
once we
that's
get
what I'm
that
saying, bro.
rhythm,
Y'all act like we won't getting into their territory, missing field goals. Like, bro, that changed the whole game. Doing that back to back, you get a long drive. You doing it, your quarterback, bro. Then you miss the field goal.
I'm gonna tell you what's also funny. I'm gonna tell you what's also funny about that is I mentioned y'all field goal problem in preseason.
You did. I knew you was gonna bring that up, but he was. That's not the dude though. The one that missed it, we got rid of him and got him, but we just got somebody else in now. Like,
yeah.
And one thing about my new team, we're not playing with anybody. If you don't play or perform, you
accountability. Accountability. Like I told y'all, Forbes won't playing good. They sat his ass on the bench. Like they don't doing that last year. They let him play the whole game getting torched and just
Listen, I'm with y'all. I definitely see y'all. I definitely see y'all on the incline. I'm not arguing that. I see that. I see that y'all are making your way up.
Well, it all starts with the quarterback. You know, when you get a young quarterback, you know, and he shows what he showed in week one, it looks like that way. But hey, this is
I'm talking about week two.
We felt this same feeling back when Daniel Jones debuted against Tampa Bay. We felt the same way. And the only difference was we won that game. That was crazy. So it can all turn fast the other way, but I do like that kid. I've always said I like Daniels. I think he is going to be a good player for you guys if you guys build the right way. And we all know Washington is funny with that organization. You talk about organizations. I know you guys have new ownership. We'll see and all of that. But over the years, hey, you know, let's see how it goes. Like don't ruin the kid. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, let me just make a side comment. Let me make a side comment right here, right? Because I know there's a couple Viking fans that is in this chat and all of that, and they feeling all good.
They feeling themselves after that.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. I like
a couple Vikings fans in here.
It is, right?
But you know, TP, they mad at us for smacking them in their building and sending them home 2 years ago. So you know, this is their kind of flesh right now. But it's never gonna. Hey, Viking fans, let me just say this before TP starts. You got us. Congratulations. You won the game. I was there. You guys were a better team on Sunday. And I know you guys want your pound of flesh, but just remember two things. Number one, we sent you home 2 years ago in your building, okay? And 41-0, 2000 NEC title game, okay? So let's just calm down. Congrats on the win, okay?
So I already gave my word.
I
already gave my word to all of the Viking fans that I will not mention that playoff game no more. Because I will say
that was you.
No, that was me. I will say this. They took our pride, yo. They took our pride, and that I can't even argue with them right now.
So what are so if
only
y'all
way?
do lose, what are y'all gonna say?
That's week one.
What is gonna be
Don't come with your pride.
I don't want to just hear the y'all were a better team. Like I want to know, like, because I feel like we gonna win. I feel like
I'm telling you right now. I
feel like it's going to be a close game. It's a divisional game, and I be trying to take my heart out of the game now and look at it as in a business standpoint.
That's a funny comment, by the way, by Sarah. She can have that. I'm gonna let her live. I saw that.
I got us going away 27-20 though. 27-20. I got us winning that too.
Okay.
So listen, this is why I could go in. I'm gonna go in more to why I think we're gonna win, right? But that TJ, you just mentioned something about and what you just said.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, this is the thing, right? I don't think y'all really even understand like the different facets to it, right? When I was just talking about the Vikings like taking our pride, I say that in the sense of that was one phase of it. If we lose to y'all,
I'm losing.
Y'all do not understand how bad it's going to be.
I'm going to be on top speed. I'm letting y'all know that now.
Y'all don't understand. If we lose to y'all, it is going to be mayhem in the Giants community. Like it will be crazy. So it is that much pressure. It is that much pressure. I don't think it's for that. I don't think y'all look at this game in the same light that we look at it. Like if y'all lose,
because y'all been getting the best end of us for the last 2 to 3 years. That's why.
But then on the same time, it's like y'all understand y'all have a rookie quarterback. Y'all have a better understanding on
they don't have the
what y'all goal is
expectation.
for the season.
They don't
Yeah,
have
y'all
the
expectation isn't
expectations.
crazy.
Like this
Yeah,
is all
yeah.
about for Washington just getting better
Sky's
as
the
a
limit for
franchise
us.
and their
Yeah,
quarterback.
sky's the limit.
You know,
It's
so
sky's
it's
the limit
like
for
they
us.
don't have the expectation. Whatever they get this year is what they get. Everybody's gonna be all like,
Listen.
okay, well, long as the quarterback
First home game of the season, the new Jayden Daniels, JD5, baby, JD5. Do y'all know how loud it's about to be in there? Y'all are going to be. It's going to be so loud.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Yo, you know I've been there.
Know Giant fans travel well. Let's not do that.
Been there.
Come
I've
on.
been in FedEx Field. It's not FedEx Field no more, is it?
No, sir.
It's not.
Don't call it that. Don't call it that.
Is it Washington? What the shit called?
Nah, it's like it's a bank. It's like Northwestern Bank or something like that.
Oh, that makes it even worse. But look, like, yeah. So the thing is, I'm not really too like scared of that element of it because I do know when it comes to Washington, like Giants fans will be there.
Travel.
Yeah. We
I'm
travel
not
very
tripping.
well.
I'm not tripping, but just the environment, the atmosphere, it's not going. The optimism, it's not going to be no more on third down. It's going to be all boo. No, if he go out there and don't convert a third down, it's like you'll get it next time. It's a whole different energy in there now, bro.
If we can get my offensive line to hold up,
goofy,
we have a better game. Yeah, have a better game if we get our offensive line to hold up.
Sarah says we had Kirk.
What?
Sarah says we had Kirk. We went through 6 years of this with Kirk. We felt no hope. Now Kirk is gone, and we have hope. So
for JJ McCarthy?
I mean, hey, I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him, man.
He's out for the season.
JJ, no, but even going forward though, I can understand why they would have hope going forward. I could understand that.
Not bad. He just when you get into this, he was 19 when he was at the Jets. When he first got to the Jets,
I just thought he was
that's
raw.
the worst organization.
I did not want the Giants to draft him at 6. I just thought it was just too high. Like he's too young. Like I think Harbaugh kind of like neutered him with his development, with the way they played their offensive scheme with JJ McCarthy. I don't know.
Say this.
And now he's going to lose a year in the NFL too.
No, look, I had my opinions about JJ as well because I kind of agree with you.
Not saying he's bad.
In the offseason, though, the offseason that he had did show me some things. It really did make me believe that.
They say it was his character that he took the lesser role, that he did whatever he needed to do to
He's
win.
a good
he
leader.
Go out there. Yeah, they say he didn't want to go out there and do more than he had to do.
His
so
intangibles are there.
You know what I mean?
His intangibles are there, no doubt about it. I just question whether his development is on pace right now to be a starter in the NFL right now, because I felt like, listen, I don't want to make this a Viking bashing thing, but whatever, because I'm not really trying to bash the kid. I just don't think he's 100% sold that he's the guy yet, because like I said, Harbaugh had kind of neutered his skill set with the way they played. They wanted to run the ball. I watched college. Run the ball, play defense. They didn't really ask him to throw a lot. They really didn't. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now he gets out for the season that's another year of development he losing now in the NFL. You know, you got to play. You got to play. This is a different level. The speed is different. Everything different. So it's like I would wait on that. Just my opinion. I would wait on that.
All right, so let's do this. I want everybody to kind of have they little time to state their case. Who do you think is going to win, and why do you think you're going to win? All right, let's start with the guests. Let's start with the Commanders.
Yeah. Okay. You want to go first, Doug? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first. First off, I think we're gonna win just off of Jayden Daniels being a better quarterback. I'm gonna take Jayden Daniels over Daniels Jones. Then I'm gonna go with our receiving core, running back core. And as far as our defense, I just think it's gonna play much better than y'all defense did because of veteran play. Simple. And we're at home. Simple.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm definitely going with us, and I'm gonna say because of off of this, like last week, the things that I did see, I'm gonna keep saying, reiterating that I liked it a lot, for real. We were getting into scoring range, we were getting into territory, we weren't turning the ball over, we were getting pressure on Baker Mayfield. Our DBs was just having to guard too long, and because of the pressure we were getting on him, he was jumping through the holes. scrambling, making plays downfield, taking off, and I don't see Daniel Jones doing that. So that he really exposed our DBs by extending the play. I don't feel like it wasn't just a quick, he torched on that route, or it wasn't that. It was drop back, make two guys miss, die. Like Baker Mayfield football. You feel me? So it was like, I feel like our DBs outside of Forbes, Quan Martin played good, St. Juice played good, our linebackers played good, our D-line played great damn near. We had so many TFLs and missed TFLs. It was like, I'm looking at these guys like, yo, the things that I worried about coming into the season, it's like, all right, bet we can really pull something off, because the things that we did struggle at was expected. I didn't come out to win 1 week. I expected our DBs to struggle.
I think Baker Mayfield
I expected our O-line to struggle a little bit, but they only let up 2 sacks. We let up, what was the most sacked team in the league last year? 2 sacks to us is great. Y'all can talk about the O-line all you want to, but that 2 sacks to us is a lot. Like, we haven't seen 2 sacks in a long time. So the things that I wanted to see, knowing that we probably were going to lose, I saw. But like I said, it's not that we lost; it was how we lost. I didn't like.
I don't see another quarterback getting that high of a passer rate on that season. He damn near was perfect. He
was damn near word.
You know what I mean? So if we take that fact off and get a regular game, we'll be in a better position.
I also want y'all to understand that. Don't think that I didn't see him mess up some touchdowns either, because Baker Mayfield overthrew just by this much on a couple of the joints.
Yeah, early in the game.
You know the rules, though. Catch your hands, you got to catch it, though. That's the rule.
I'm glad you said it.
Zacchaeus, that's why I said he didn't have a good game.
Go ahead, Jorge. It's on you.
I like that score in the chat.
Yes, sir. Y'all forgot Dan Quinn is with us now. He knows his division. He knows how to play Daniel Jones. He's familiar with beating Daniel Jones. So it's not like we're coming in. He's coming into a new organization, but he has familiarities in this organization, like y'all in the Giants. In the Eagles. So he's not coming into playing how we gonna play Baker Mayfield. I ain't played him in the past 10 years. He knows y'all strengths and weaknesses. He was the defensive coordinator over there at that, not even just the head coach, the defensive coordinator. So he's already. I feel like he knows how to play Daniel Jones.
Well, Dan Quinn's one of the best defensive minds in football. So, it's not just Daniel Jones. He knows, that's what he does. But I'm gonna just say this, man. I'm looking at it like this. I expect a close game. Okay. I'm not here to say anyone's gonna get blown out or whatever. I'm not 100% confident. I don't think I can be right now, because based on what's been going on. But one thing I will say is, every time this team needs a win and they sick, you guys are the medicine. Okay. You guys are the Theraflu, the Robitussin, okay, the NyQuil, Dayquil, whatever.
That's cool. Like I said, any true Commanders fan,
the Giants are The Giants are 5-2-1 in the last 8 meetings. Okay, so listen, it is what it is. Every year is different. You guys got a new quarterback. I think just the intangibles favor the Giants. They need this game a little more with desperation than you guys do. Okay, I'm being honest. We all want to win. Not saying that you guys don't want to win the game, but the Giants got a lot going on out here right now, more than you believe. Trust me. Okay, so they need this game badly. Daniel Jones needs it. The coach needs it. The coordinators need it. Everyone need it. The fans need it. So I'm gonna just say this. I think that the strengths that the Giants are supposed to have favor the matchups on the weaknesses you guys are supposed to have. That's up front. I'm all about point of attack. That's me. Anyone tell me?
I tell them all the time. The game win in the trenches. That's why I said that's why I said I was worried about our pass rush, but they showed me more than what I was expected to see, and I was really impressed. I was like, they getting off the line. They beating their blocks. They just not finishing the sack. I'm like, this is crazy.
I seen that.
Yeah, I feel that. But one thing about me, I'm a little old school. I've always been about point of attack. So the way I'm looking at it is, you guys are weak on the offensive line. The Giants' strength supposed to be the D line. This is the game they're supposed to get healthy this week. Now, if they don't perform, I'm gonna be pissed next week.
Hey, yo, now that I look at it, we're a little bit more similar than we like, yo. If you really think about it,
we really
like,
are.
Because our strength is our D line and our O line of weakness. Our DB's a little slow in the back end. Good linebacker play.
I think our O line has gotten better, but I mean, we coming off 85 sacks last year, so I can't say like that. You know, I'm not gonna go there, but I think we're improved enough, and I've seen it from the preseason, and I saw it last week. The offensive line is not the issue with this team. It's not right now. It's not. So I think the intangibles, the strength and weakness. I got the Giants winning this game. I'm gonna call it a field goal game. I'm gonna call it a field goal game. I'm gonna call it like something like 19-16, something like that. 2017.
I'm gonna say this. This is where it's gonna come. I feel like it's gonna come down to. It's gonna be like you said. If it's a close game, I feel like we're gonna have the lead for the most of the game. But what y'all not gonna be able to, I don't feel like with us having the lead, y'all not gonna be able to stop our run. I don't, because it's so slept on that when we got behind the Buccaneers, we couldn't showcase it. But that run, that duo between Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson is so vicious, bro. Because of the standpoint, Austin Eckler is elusive. The check down with him is deadly. And then when you get down to the red zone and you're tired, Brian Robinson is leaning forward when he is tackled. There's no taking him back.
So I'm glad you said that.
Shane Bowen's supposed to be the guy that's going to stop the run. All his defenses have been good against the run when it was Tennessee. That's why he's here. Wick didn't care about the run when he was here. That was the problem us Giant fans and coaching staff had with him. Yes, he was good.
But let me say this. This is why. This is coming from somebody who I think I like y'all. I like y'all running game, and I think y'all do have a solid.
I like Robinson.
Running back, not core, but whatever you call it. Like I like duo. But I think with us, the way we're going to be able to stop it is, for one, Dexter Lawrence is going to be in the middle, and he's going to really expose, whoever y'all got on that offensive line.
Don't get
listen. But our center is used to this though. He was Dallas starting center for the past 4 or 5 years. He's going against Dexter Lawrence twice a year, every year. He knows. So it's not about the busting in the mouth. They're familiar with each other.
He couldn't handle
Dex.
That's not what I'm saying. No, he definitely can't handle Dex, but he's familiar with Dex. So that helps. He's not can't nobody
get weakness.
Nobody's handling Dex, but
now as far as
somebody that's familiar with him, rather than Nick Algetti from last year.
Now, Doug, as far as that is concerned, with your tackles, our defensive ends are going to have to show that they can set the edge. They're going to have to show that. So
if y'all don't eat with these tackles that we got, and y'all don't get like any sacks off with our defensive ends, then y'all got a serious problem.
See, let me just say something.
Why Carolina got rid of
Burns?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah. I want to say something. I don't think this is going to be a game where we need 6 sacks to win the game. I honestly, the way you guys played last week, I'm thinking more of, like TP said, the edge has to be there. The containment, the discipline's got to be there. We gotta come up with a plan, and I know that's what they're doing, to try to make Jayden beat us with the arm. Because if we run, like you guys said, if it's just all day he's running around, racking up 120 yards on the ground, it's going to be a long day for us. Because now we not on the field. We already struggling to move the ball as is right now. We're going to play catch up the whole game, and every time we score, you guys are just going to dominate TOP. So I think
that's what I'm saying.
I feel
like it'll be a big factor.
I think this is not a game the Giants are going to get a big sack total, but the pressures is what I want to see. I want to see them disrupt. I want to see Burns, Kayvon, Dex get in there, make it difficult, stop the run, of course. That's number one. But when he has to throw, make him work. Make him run around. Make him uncomfortable. Move him off the spots. I need to see that because they're going to have to play a control rush lane type of defensive scheme this week. They're just going to have to. Because if they're just going up the field like that, forget it. Jada's going to be running all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
That's just not a winning score for y'all in the chat yet, man. This is our stream now.
Yo, now I want you to understand.
Well, I already said my winning score. I think we went by field goal.
I want you to understand what's going on in this chat. There's a lot of haters in here, all right? There's a lot of haters. A lot of these names I've seen before, right? And I can tell you one thing. They some of these
going on my parlay. You know what I mean?
now to answer my own question, I do think we're gonna win. I do think we're gonna win. What is my confidence level? I think that's more of the question. My confidence level isn't crazy. Like, and anyone who know me know like I see the glass half full type thing. Like I'm more of the Giants fan that's gonna tell you look at the positive, right? But at this point in time, after last week, they're gonna have to show me. And so I can't sit here and tell y'all definitively like this is what it's going to be. But what I will tell you, the main factor is what I believe is that because of that, everybody needs to go hard, and they realize that. That is what's in the air in that locker room right now.
The intangibles are on our side. We need this badly.
This is like playoff win.
I feel like I know what y'all saying. Y'all saying we gonna get the best Giants, like because like y'all back on the ball. But I think y'all mistaken motivation for talent. We might get the best motivated Giants, but I don't think y'all are talented enough to do.
Understand this. Let's talk talent. Real quick. I'll just run through it.
Bro,
offensively, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have yet to see Daniel Jones open it up and really get to our receiving core. Now, don't let's not get it twisted.
That's not from the standpoint of
Jalen Hyatt didn't play last game, and that's something we have to figure out. We don't understand why. We don't know what was happening, but I can't imagine this game.
That's a waste of talent.
I feel you. As of right, I mean that's what it's looking like right now. So
it looked real good when you had Darren Waller until he retired. I thought y'all was definitely going to open up and be the Vikings.
But listen, so just as far as talent, Neighbors, Slayton is in concussion protocol, so we'll see if he ends up playing or not. So Wandell, who is going to be the key factor, I think, outside of Malik Neighbors. Theo Jobson is our tight end. That's whatever. And I'm missing one. I said Jalen Hyatt.
Wandell.
I said Wandell. So basically, that's the offensive talent that y'all are going to have to see. Without them, if y'all don't see those names, then it's done. It's a wrap. Y'all, I mean, it's not going to happen. As far as running is concerned, like rushing, Singletary, there were some spots in the game where Singletary looked fine, but I do not think that that's how we're going to win this game. I honestly don't.
Nope.
Now, on the defensive side of it, from top to bottom, I think we have y'all number. The main thing is let's make sure that JD5 is not out there just going crazy with his legs.
Yeah,
like that's just really the only thing that I could see.
I'm
not scared of any receivers out there. I'm not scared of the rushing game. I'm not scared of any of that. So like that's just where my confidence level, as far as talent wise, is there.
Yeah,
I is our identity completely. Because y'all, like I said, playing from behind changes our identity completely. We're not going to be playing from behind with y'all. We're going to have a lot of RPO. We're going to have a lot of running. We're going to have a lot of inside zone reads with Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler. And it's going to be a matchup nightmare because when Austin Eckler's in, you're going to think pass. When Brian Robinson's in, you're going to think run. And they do a perfect job of utilizing both of them in each game. And it's just going to be we're going to set the tone running the ball on y'all. We're going to set the tone.
I just really didn't hear too much of offensive play when y'all was describing what y'all was going to do. It was more hoping that Malik Neighbors would get open. Devin Singletary didn't show us too much. He threw 2 interceptions. I think Malik Neighbors had 2 to 3 receptions for like 45, 37 yards, but that's not enough to complete.
I could easily sit here and hype up like our receiving core or whatever, but I told myself, they got to show me, yo. They got to literally show me. And that's why I'm just leaving it out there. And the approach is more going to have to be, we'll see type thing. Now,
I respect that.
You know what I mean? Like I can sit up here.
I think Neighbors is going to get the ball, though, CP. I really think Neighbors is going to get. I don't know about everybody else, but I know Neighbors is going to be a factor this week. I know it because they're going to have to give him the ball. They know it.
That's how we feel about Terry, though.
If you look at Davis' comments today, you could tell that he's going to be like, no, we're getting him the ball this week. You know, so
let me read this chat real quick. Van Negro Jones says, first time chiming in with you guys. I follow 2 of the NFC East channels, and they good. Well, y'all get together for an after-action wrap-up next week. Yeah, man. Not only are we going to do a post-game version to this, I want you to go back and see previous, episodes. We have our NFC East episodes as well, where we have a representative from the Eagles, Dallas, and the Commanders, and we chop it up and we go in on that, right? We have that. And we also do a pregame and we do a postgame live where we will revisit after the game. So with that being said, make sure you subscribe. All right. Make sure you subscribe because, I mean, if I had to toot my own horn, I'm going to just tell you, you're not getting content like this anywhere else. See what I'm saying? Sure. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And also make sure that you subscribe to Born for Sports as well.
Yes, sir.
Me personally, like I say this all the time, I subscribe to all types of different fan bases, but especially in the NFC East. Like I like to stay tuned in. I like to know what's going on around the NFC East. And so it looks like you're a Commander fan. I highly encourage for you to do that as well. But yeah, it's definitely like that over here. So make sure you subscribe. And for everybody else who's tuned in, subscribe
we
now.
Sarah chats.
Jones can't even complete a 4-yard pass. How do you think he's going to throw deep to Neighbors? I mean, he's done it before. We're not going to sit here and act like he hasn't. I just can't. You know what? When it comes to Sarah, she's a Vikings fan, right? So like, I gotta keep it respectful. You know what I mean? Like I can't talk crazy to her right now because the truth of the matter is, when you win, you got the upper hand. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's how it's going to be like on the post game when we talk to them.
You know why they won, TP? We didn't dress Isaiah Hodgins, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Nah. But I seen something with him. Was I letting him go or something like that?
Nah, in practice squad. He's on the practice squad. Yeah, I think he'll dress this week because I don't think Slayton's gonna play. I think he'll be dressing this week.
Do we got an early game or is it a 4 o'clock game?
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's at 1. So look, we are an hour and some change in. I don't want to keep y'all. I know everybody got to, wake up in the morning and all that. I want y'all to get y'all rest. But again, thank y'all for rocking with us. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe like I mentioned before. Before I close out, I just want to go around real quick. I want y'all to just say y'all last piece, and then we going to get up out of here. So, TJ, I'll start with you.
Appreciate y'all for letting me, come on to y'all channel. I definitely appreciate the love.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. The vibe was there, yo. TJ knew what he was doing. You know what I mean? TJ knew what he was doing.
I had somebody for you. I got somebody.
Hey, real quick. North Spears, man. Yo, just watch it back. That's it, man. Just watch it back. It's all right. You know how the post game gonna go.
Run it back.
You know how the post game gonna go, man. Don't even worry about it. You know that post game gonna be lit, man.
Yeah, that is crazy. I'm letting you know now, man. That post game, I'm gonna have energy. I'm chilling now, like I'm chilling, but I'm gonna be talking my shit, bro. I told you.
Of course. I just gotta keep it. Keep it authentic with everybody because, like, what it is like I can't sit here in front and act like we didn't just get off an ass whooping. So, like, once we get back on track, best believe y'all know how I'll give it up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's just what it is, man. But go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, man. I'm ready. I'm fine. We've been talking about it all summer. Week here, week 2. I was ready to get week 1 out the way. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, that was just I just need to see what I wanted to see out of my boys. Look for some bright spots. Look for the bad spots. See what we got to work with. I never thought we're gonna have as a dub. So I was really ready for week 2 this whole summer. So like, yeah, like I said, y'all had our number for the past few years, but everything's new and there's no more fighting for that last spot in NFC East. That's y'all. I'm fighting for second and first, baby. I'm in the race now.
There we go. There we go.
I'm in the race now, B.
All right,
TJ. All right. Well, listen, man. Listen, my partying is here is just like if it ain't gonna happen, if it's gonna happen, a win, it's gonna happen this week. It's gotta happen this week. The Giants need it. I feel like they will get it. It might not be pretty. It probably won't be pretty. I'm not even say might. It probably won't be pretty. We got some things we got to work out on our end. But at the end of the day, the matchups favor us, and I just think we'll find a way to win this game. As far as the Commanders go, listen, Daniels, I liked him in college. He's good. He's going to be good for you guys. But the Giants have to do good against him against the run. You contain the run, make them pass it. If they don't, it's going to be a long day, and we all know that. But thanks for chopping it up. You know, anyone out there want to subscribe, just go to my page, Born for Sports. That's BORN 4 SPORTZ 75. I talk all sports. I'm a season ticket holder. I'll be at the Giant games for the most part all the time. I talk all sports, basketball, baseball, Mets, Knicks, all of that. So, you know, just come through, see if you something you like, you know, I promise you I'm going to give you some good content out there. So peace and love to everyone out there, man. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And of course, I'm just gonna end it like this, man. I want to just give out a quick message to all the Giants fans that's right now. I know this has been a tough week. I know heads are down, but trust and believe me when I say we are in the perfect place, man. We are in the perfect place to get a W. It's going to be 1-1. It is going to be 1-1, y'all. All right. It is going to be 1-1. Y'all know how it is when we play the Commanders. I want y'all to expect the same exact thing. All right. We're going to walk in their trap, take over their trap. Daniel Jones, I know y'all not feeling comfortable with him, but just ride with him because that's your QB1 at the end of the day. Malik Neighbors, we have the offensive rookie of the year. That's a fact.
No, you
that's
don't.
Lawrence. We have look, you see, that's how I know I get it to him. See how you know what I mean? I ain't saying that one thing in this closing joint. I got him. See what I'm saying? Look,
next 5 in the chat, man. Big JD5 in the chat.
Yeah, and that's another thing. We cutting that JD5 shit after this joint. You know what I mean? And so yeah, yo, we got the best D tackle in the game in Dexter Lawrence. Deontay Banks, he picked off the Commanders last year. You think we're not going to be carrying the same energy? And I want everybody to understand this is not going to be a true home game for the Commanders, all right? We're going to be in there heavy because tickets is already bought, all right? So on that note, I need to get out of here because I need to get my Shannon Sharp on, all right?
Malik. One more thing, fellas. Malik Neighbors, 9 catches over 100 yards. Touchdown.
It's crazy. You better bet the under. Y'all listening?
Yeah, ruin your parlay. Yeah, ruin your parlay. Don't do it.
On that note, we up out of here, y'all. Till next time. Peace.
A rock don't move from a pebble. We don't cruise with the devil. We don't lose, we don't settle. Hard as heavy metal, but as smooth as the trouble that take you to that level that we ball on. We stand tall on, but never fall on. You can call on, get up off the floor, strengthen up your core. The mind is never poor. We shine like the sun of prime. Call it Shador.